at seat number 2. You're welcome to. Yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? We're good? We drunk yet? Drunk drive-in?
Surgeon's missing the best part of this.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I lost my whole family to drunk driving. I know you should have known how. It's just me singing. Thank you, guys.
When the bass comes in, but it doesn't happen on the 8-bit version.
We are. We're entering a new era. We have so much to tell.
Is this? Are you streaming this tonight?
Yeah.
I'll tell Rob.
Yeah. We are live streaming. Get your lighters out. Jesse, we were enjoying that.
We're having a moment. Oh.
You're going to make me real upset, like one of the members from Oasis. What are their names again?
Noel.
Liam and Noel, right? Don't they hate each other and America? They hate America. Oasis does hate America. No, let's hear it. Are they that? That's great. We're going to get some levels.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Keep going. Is that what you keep talking? Here I am.
Live in the now.
Mic.
Rhoda, scoot on up.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I mean, or scoot the mic up to you, or
Yeah, I'm always gotta get up on it.
be close to the mic.
Here we go.
Probably use a little more.
Maybe.
Are you comfortable?
You're
Is that a
gonna be
good
the one
seat for
that
you?
saves me.
Are you good? All right.
Did you
What
bring
did you get? Did you get the
wait,
chili
what are you
cheese
eating?
fries? Willie's? No. Me and my children and I, we call that fryeria. That's our name. Yeah. No, it's very good. That's not a blast on that place.
Jesse Jones, you're my wonder wall.
Also, if you've never had the slaw dog over there, they make coleslaw over there that's better than I've ever tasted anywhere. Yeah, Willie's. You could find them at 16th and... No. He has a clean fork. I'm sorry, I only eat off dirty forks. Sorry. Forks that have been scraped against rocks. There we go. I think we are good to go.
Is everybody on that side because they just want to get away real quick?
I know. There's... yeah, we are starting a little early. Which is on time, yeah. Oh, you got the tomato basil. Did you get bacon with that? Oh, man. It's good without mozzarella. I've had everything at Willie's. I work there.
Okay. You're fine.
You have the beignets. They have beignets in the morning sometimes. Yeah. They have beignets in the morning, lightly powdered. They also do. God, what's the other? The tamales. They do tamales.
Wait, where
there.
is this?
Willie's, right there, 16.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they do tamales with fresh chopped onions, grated cheese. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Yeah, let's just go to Willie's.
Let's just scoop this up. Yeah.
Fuck this show.
We record this on a laptop anyway. It doesn't matter. We're mobile. Let's do it.
There we go.
Anywhere.
Ambient noise makes for a really good listening experience for people
Although,
at home.
yeah.
So
Podcasts
Yeah,
about
no,
food.
Yeah,
Always
people
the
always
best.
love it when you're eating on the mic.
Right, just ASMR.
Yeah.
here's some sounds.
Just dripping a Hammer CC up on the... Sorry. Well, that's some very specific parts of them.
Did I? I don't know.
That's the one complaint I do have about Willie's, the dumb names they have for the hamburgers. The Hammer and the Slammer.
Well.
And the Alabama.
That's in their secret menu.
Anybody ever been to San Francisco?
San Francisco. Yeah.
No, have anybody
Not
ever been
familiar.
to Cafe Gratitude? There's a couple different ones.
I have
Speaking
not.
of things with dumb names.
Is that like a vegan cafe?
Oh, it's vegan raw food. It's the worst.
Oh,
It's the
okay,
pits.
yeah.
But everything on the menu is like, I am grateful. I'm
Oh,
centered.
I
I'm
have
wonderful.
seen that,
but
yeah.
when you order it and then the waitress reads it back to you, You are centered.
Oh.
You are grateful. And I'm like,
Ew.
and everything's made out of nuts. It's
That's-
not. Don't go there.
That's
what I'm
PC
saying.
run amok. No, I don't know. If that, I don't know if that.
I didn't know you could make that many things out of nuts.
Yeah,
Barely warmed above like 120 degrees. It stays raw.
that'd be weird to go there. I feel like.
Don't go there. It is
Okay, I
weird, but
won't
don't
go.
go.
It
It's
just
very
seems
like
very-
affirming, but not in a good way.
I feel like I would just get canceled. Just walking through the door, I'd get canceled. Is that no? Everyone's sensitive, right? Is that what's happening right now? Listen, I think there's a
That
place for
smells
everything.
really good.
What's that?
I could smell it all the way
Brought
here.
enough to share.
Everyone got quiet.
Can we DoorDash to the stage? Probably.
Hey, thanks for the water.
Yeah, you're welcome.
An impromptu. This is
Well,
like-
Laura, yeah, I was getting a drink, and Laura said, "Fucking take John a water so he doesn't ask me for one later." And
Oh.
to be fair, she didn't actually. I added the fucking creative license.
Thank you. Well, hey everyone. This show almost didn't happen today.
This show almost always doesn't
yeah.
happen.
There is a trend, though.
White Claw. If we're bucking for sponsorships, Black Cherry.
Black Cherry White
Yeah.
Claw.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, you get back to the story, the latest story of your life falling apart.
Okay, so last night, sitting on my couch, thinking I had a job, the next day to go to. Been there a couple of years. Jesse, you worked there a year ago?
Yeah, and I thought it was funny when you told me the story about how it's almost like to the day
Yeah.
that I was fired last year.
Right before Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
and
this
Christmas.
place, you can't. It's not safe at this place during the holiday season.
Yeah,
They save Christmas bonuses every year.
right, yeah. So I was sitting on my couch, and a notification, I do social media management for this company, and it popped up and said, John Ross, you're no longer an admin for this account. I'm like,
no.
oh, we must have been hacked or something. Because then I texted my boss, he's like, well, let's go to breakfast tomorrow.
Oh no.
And then he bought me
To a public
Supposed to
place.
do that tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. So they tried to do it in the middle of the night, thinking I wasn't an alcoholic, you know, and staring at my phone. So I was let go. I was given a. How many weeks severance were you given when you were let go?
I want to say it was like, well, see, I don't want to say,
I'm gonna be so mad if it's more than the severance I got.
yeah, I don't want to say too low, and then you got better than me. It was between 2 weeks and a month. I can't remember.
If you got a month, I'm gonna fucking.
It was probably 2 weeks.
Okay,
you
mine
get
too. Mine was 2
severance?
weeks. Yeah, they gave me a
Yeah.
2 week severance. It was nice.
I was at a job for 5 years. I got laid off, and I got a bye. I got nothing out
You
of
got no
severance.
severance?
Nothing.
Is that too much?
I had a 1-year-old. It was fucked up.
Maybe
you
a
guys.
little bit.
Ooh,
It's a little
It's fucked up.
that is rough.
It's a little aggressive.
That's rough.
Anyway.
So anyway, and I'm not feeling good. And then Christiana also tried to call in sick for the show
I'm on a lot of cold meds right now.
at noon. I didn't see it till 3 because I was sleeping. And,
You can do that when you're unemployed.
Those
No, I
depression
wasn't.
naps are great. Don't
Yeah,
you
it
think?
was good. I was actually shopping for some reason.
No, I get it.
Just
No,
you know,
'cause
spend a bunch of money when you get
When
fired.
you feel like the money's running out, you're like, may as well.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The Titanic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
This
exactly.
also isn't the show yet.
No, it's not. Sorry.
Just so that's clear.
And then Rhoda, I shared our tales of woe. And then Rhoda was like, I didn't want to come either. Like,
But I'm so happy to be here.
right?
Now that we've really warmed up the audience with
Yeah.
enthusiasm,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good night, you guys.
I'm
let you
sorry
know.
I wanted
Great.
to do the show, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
How
I
was
know,
the show?
I was here last night and I was like, Jesse, I haven't got my prompts yet. Is
Yeah.
this happening?
I was writing the prompts for the show as I was getting fired. So I copped out really hard on the last prompt. But you guys won't know that,
No, you can't tell.
crowd.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to start the show. Thank you guys for
Do it.
stopping by and buying beer and eating chili in front of me. I think what's the what's the question?
Questions? Yeah.
Yeah, you could. I mean, right now is a good time. Yeah. No. What do you got? No. Oh, you didn't. But you're like, you know what? Fuck it. You know, like if you have something to say in the middle of the show.
Well,
You know what? God bless you for asking.
Yeah.
Because
Good.
most people that interrupt shows don't ask. Right? They just assume they're helping, you know? But I think we've had good experiences.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
unless somebody has like prompts to the audience, like I don't. I didn't write anything in for the
yeah,
audience.
if
tonight.
you... I mean,
So-
we're never going to be like, when I say this, you say that.
We did that.
You know,
we
like-
have had that a couple times.
We have.
Yeah.
When I say
Over-
laid, you say off. Laid.
Actually fired. When I say actually, you say fired. No, it was laid off.
Yeah, that's the good kind.
You guys
Yeah.
gonna be paying? You guys gonna be paying me for the next year and a half? Or however
You only
long
get
I
6
could-
months worth of money.
Guys,
However long I could do.
laid off
It's a
buy
year
some
claim.
merch.
Only 6 months worth of money.
Buy
Well,
some stab merch.
as long as I could do under the table work, that's how long.
Sure.
That'll work.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. What was happening? The show.
Oh.
So you
Show.
could you could chime in at any moment. Why not? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna start the show.
The most encouraged reaction is some sort of applause or laughing.
Yeah. But you do you.
But if you have
know?
a question, feel free. If
You know,
have
what?
any sort
Life is about experiences and memories. And we get far too many laughs on this show, so we're
Oh,
going to
that's
Roughly 24 to 92 hours
This is the
ago,
intro.
Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 4 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they'll now perform for the first and likely last time in front of a live studio audience
That's you guys.
in a show called
completely
Yes.
prompted.
Listen to the enthusiasm.
Stab.
He can't clap. He's holding chili. He's going to spill chili. This is all right. Thanks for coming to Stab, even though we didn't want to. Thank you guys for coming. We're here every Friday. Oh, Jesse is. We're here every Friday around 10 o'clock doing this show. This is episode 201. You've been doing this a long time. Are you ready to meet your contestants? That's a question. Christiana Dominguez, right there. Jesse Jones. And I'm John Needs a Job Ross the Fourth.
Oh, the iPad.
Welcome.
The iPad has a nice fade out.
Didn't it? That's
Oh,
nice.
Man.
I bought it today.
Technology.
Because I had to give my laptop back to my job. If you want to get real.
I spent like an extra 45 minutes the day that I was laid off just uploading all the files on my computer to my Google Drive.
I did that also from the personal work computer.
Yeah.
I deleted at least 70 episodes of Stab
Oh, man.
off of the old computers. Okay, well, hope they don't listen. Anyway, Christiana, how are you doing? I guess we talked about it already, but you know,
But we didn't record it.
for the home audience. at home.
I'm good. I have a cold. I've had a
Yep.
shitty cold all week.
Yep.
Had a shitty week. I don't know if it was like 'cause of the cold.
Mm.
No, it was on its own. The cold was just a bonus.
Oh.
So I took a lot of cold meds, and now I'm here. So who knows what happens tonight?
It's gonna get weird.
Yep.
She's on the syrup. Syrup. Is that okay? I've been watching that show on
It's on the
Netflix.
drink.
Sorry.
Which show?
Hustle and Flow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. You're like the Cardi B of Stab. Rhoda.
Pop that pussy while you work. Pop that pussy up in church.
Oh my God, that was great. So why didn't you want to come to the show today?
Well, I also am recovering from a cold.
The bug.
It's that time of
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. And, just work shit, life shit. I'm old lady. It's 10 o'clock.
Right?
Had to drive from Lodi.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'm happy to be here because I like you guys.
Well,
Aw.
thanks.
I like doing the
Aw, that's
show.
nice.
That's nice.
Jesse.
You like doing the show this time after you canceled last time.
No, I'm sorry. That's why I didn't cancel tonight. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
blew it off
Can't
once.
have
I
two in a
can't
row.
do it.
That's-
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
are you? Every other woman we've booked on the show.
Hey, I'd come
No,
through
a
tonight.
lot of the women we book on the show cancel it. Cancel like the day of.
Well,
It's
now
very
you
weird.
have two.
Yeah, it's good. So thank you for
Yeah.
doing well for your your.
Oh, almost said species.
Yeah,
Your
he
side-
almost
your
said
side-
species. Everybody
I
heard
was
that,
going to say
right?
your
Being
side of the
typical.
species. Calm down. Smile more. Okay, it's a
Fuck
joke.
less,
It's a
smile
joke,
more.
everyone.
I mean, you both have a long way to go to catch up to Jamie Fernandez
Yeah, Jamie.
as far as
Oh.
canceling
Yeah, yeah.
shows day off.
Yeah, it's not like you're Emma Haney in here. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That one.
burn.
All right, Jesse.
Wow, we are not.
Jesse.
We're not we're not allies. This is terrible.
Well, Jesse.
Yes.
I'm like,
Welcome
my
to the
blog
show.
is going to hear about this.
This is.
My feminist blog.
We're gonna get. I'm just gonna stop. Okay.
It's for the best.
Anyway,
Especially
Jesse,
with-
thanks for being here
Especially
again.
with the content of my first prompt here.
Oh,
we
boy.
can stop.
Well, let's go ahead and play Stab. We're gonna go ahead and play it. Get used to this sound effect. I'm gonna fade it out too. There we go.
I had to start doing this because Sean, my friend that came to the last couple episodes, he told me after the show that he always thought after the sound effects.
You
Because
just
he listened to all the shows. He thought after the sound effects, I always went
did an arm
for the
pump.
growl. So he was disappointed when he actually came to see them, and I just.
And there was no.
So now I have to. There, that's for you, Sean. There you go.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start the show. This first segment is called Reorganization. Please take the following acronym, reimagine it. What does it now stand for? Who or what does it now represent? Being that November is the month that has Thanksgiving all up in it. Today's acronym is FIGHTS. 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 What does fights mean to you, Christiana Dominguez?
Well, it's actually it's one of those like tech speak shorthand things that's useful this time of year. You can use it all the way through probably New Year's, really.
Okay.
And it stands for family incoming, get here, turkeys. So, I mean, it's for when, like, you're ready to eat and, like, the whole family's around and then
Right.
that one family member is just taking their sweet-ass time. And you just need to emphasize, like, there's turkeys available.
Turkeys?
Turkey. Well, because there's an S at the end, and I didn't
No,
have another
multiple
word for
turkey.
that. So, turkeys.
Turkeys.
Turkeys. You got a big family. You can't have one turkey.
Sit. Turkey, sit.
Whose bit is this?
Okay, you're right.
Turkeys.
said you
Yeah,
could-
so this is how you get your lazy, slow family members to get home. Because you didn't spend all day so that the turkeys could get cold.
All right.
There you go.
Very good. Very good, Christiana.
Thank you.
Rhoda. Rhoda.
Okay.
What does fights mean to you?
I apologize if you feel attacked after this. Okay? Occasionally there are shows that you love, you do, and you adore them, but you receive your prompts at 11:30 the night before, long after you've gone to bed because you're a nerd, right? And then you work a long day, and you go home to a child, and you have to bathe him and feed him and put him to bed before arriving 40 minutes drive to come and to do the said show that you adore, but have no creative juice for, right? So I just call it having a case of the fights. Fuck, I got a hork out tonight's show. What's a hork? I don't know. I needed an H, but let's just say it's pumping out something quickly in desperate attempt to get some laughs you whore yourself out for, right? Fights. Someday you just got to say fuck it and hork it out.
Very good. I did not feel attacked. Just unemployed. Okay, Jesse
Yeah.
Jones. What does fights mean to you?
Well, just to apologize? No. Just to preface, I just realized that I have a lot of funny voices in tonight's show, so get ready for not hearing this one very often. Fights. FIGHTS is a common abbreviation found in the personal section of many rural penny saver magazines and stands for functionally illiterate gentleman, has truck, single. So here's an excerpt from just such an ad. Hey there, sweet gash. You want to fuck in the bed of my dark shadow gray 04 F-150 Lariat and not never read a fucking thing together? If that sounds like the kind of good time but shoot your panties across the room, then I'm the rugged motherfucker what your twat's been drooling for.
Wow.
There was supposed to be a third woman on the show. Man, who the fuck needs to know how to read? That's just one other damn thing you gotta worry about. I get shapes and colors enough to understand shit. That's one of them red 8-sided circles. That shit means stop. Red bag, orange triangle. That shit means Doritos. Why the fuck I gotta know what them letter squiggles mean when I already understand that shit on a primal level? You want to haul ass with me through some wilderness or some shit? Fucking pants optional? Chase us a deer up the side of a mountain till its fucking heart explodes and drops dead? That's almost the sole fucking reason I bought this kick-ass rig. That and the optional fluids and discharge-resistant seat trim I sprung at for the dealership. They told me how much it cost, and I said that didn't mean shit. Tossed some bag of doubloons I fished out of some bullshit sunk-ass Spanish galleon I found when I was farting around in the fucking sea, impressing the shit out of my third wife, Tilla. And told him to give my change to that sumbitch Wells Fargo robot was stuck to the side of the Kroger's. Don't make no fuck to me. So if you want to practice your roadhead in the most dependable truck God's own son ever sent to Earth, and punch every fucking book we run across, then you just diddle on yourself for a couple hours and I'll sniff that shit out lickety split. Then when I find you, we're going to play ourselves a little game I call Lickety Split.
All right, that's the end of reorganization. Yeah. Nah, don't clap.
I think lickety split is underused.
Lickety split.
Yeah.
Are you guys sad you showed up? No. Did someone leave? Did someone leave? That's happened.
Well, fuck you in a damn way. I don't
He's right. He has to leave. Looks like you're walking.
Well, that is a commitment to not liking a show. To leave the person you gave a ride to.
Yeah, that is. Don't worry, we only have 17 more prompts, guys. No, there's 4 more. All right. This next segment is called the top 3 Google searches of. Please have composed 3 Google searches from the perspective of the following. They would be from, God damn it.
Yeah, that's what it said.
A zombified Jeffrey Epstein. Like if he could search Google in his state, murdered state, what would he search? We'll do one at a time. Christiana, you're first of 3.
Macrame for beginners.
Macrame for beginners.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Rhoda?
What is the age of consent in the afterlife?
Oh, wow. Very good. Jesse?
Yeah. How to kill myself all by myself, without help of no one. Thank you, please.
He's Russian?
I don't know.
Yeah, it sounded Russian.
Russian zombie?
Russian
Was
zombie.
searching for it.
Sounds like a band name. Christiana.
Russian zombie. Did I kill myself?
Very good. Rhoda, you're second of 3.
Will eating brains show flashbacks of how I died, like in that show I Zombie? It's a good show.
Very good. Jesse Jones.
Do those cameras have off button? Show me how to make them be turned off so that my personal suicide is not filmed to avoid humiliations.
Very good.
Jesse's Russia accent is my favorite of all the Jesse voices.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
You can
nice.
find the honeypot episode. I recommend it.
That'd be good.
Anyway,
Christiana.
Disney Plus special offers.
Yep. It's popular nowadays. Rhoda.
Hot girl, underage zombie.
Sure. Jesse.
Nobody of note ever attend any of my lewd kiddie shindigs. Is no question, is me telling Google machine so that it to be included in evidence. Everybody exonerated!
All right, very good. That's Zombie Jeffrey Epstein. Yep. A lot of silence between these segments.
Apparently, Prince Andrew's gotten himself into quite a pickle with
Oh.
that one.
Has he?
It's not good timing for
he
season
quit.
3 of The Crown, you guys. Check it out. The Queen will not.
Or it's the
The
best.
Queen shan't be pleased.
Shan't.
She shan't. Wouldn't be
Shunt.
appreciated.
Shunt.
That's
All
a
right.
good show.
Is it?
The Crown.
Yeah.
Helen
show.
Mirren.
No, that's the Queen.
No, the Queen, the Crown. Oh, Jesus
All
Christ.
the same
About
thing.
the same
Don't worry about it.
person.
Same thing.
How could you confuse the two?
Come on, Ross. You're white. Get it together.
Yeah. That happened at the job I got fired from the other day. No, this asshole that works in the office. It's a very small office. There's a new guy named Sean, and she goes, Sean, and I go, yeah, and she goes, Sean. Oh, God forbid.
Yeah.
I should think my name was called as it
Sorry
rhymes.
Sorry that was somewhat phonetically similar. Oh.
Anyway, I'm so glad I'm gone. This next segment, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Are you guys enjoying this? I have a feeling you might be. All right.
Just keep
We need your
drinking,
energy, you guys.
It's all right.
We're defeated
It's all right.
people.
That's a listening crowd. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. All right. This isn't the Christian Science reading room, okay? I just not yet, anyway. When the rent goes up, it might be.
We're not here during the day. We can use it all
That's
day.
right. All right, this next segment's called This Was Today Once. I never do a description of it, but we take two things that happened today in history and ask these people how they celebrated them in tandem. Here we go. Christiana Dominguez.
Hi.
On this date, 1574, Spanish navigator Juan Fernandez discovers islands now known as the Juan Fernandez Islands off Chile. Also on this very date, 1958, American actress Jamie Lee Curtis was born. How'd you celebrate these things all smashed up together?
Well, I'm going to curveball this because what I'm going to do, I'll tell you how I celebrate the two of them, but then I'm going to focus on the prompt that would have gone to the person who didn't show at all.
Okay.
But they lost the opportunity to do this because they're not here.
Should I give that prompt yet, or
No,
wait till you're done?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Wow.
I would, if I were talking about Jamie Lee Curtis and Juan Fernandez, what I would have said is, did you know her mother, Janet Lee, was born in Merced and went to UOP, and so did Jamie Lee Curtis, which is here in California, which also had a lot of Spanish explorer influence, as was Juan Fernandez. He didn't come here. He just went to Chile. But he managed to find a faster way to these islands, which are near Easter Island, which is just a cool place on its own. It's not one of the Juan Fernandez Islands, but I just think you should know that they're near each other.
Okay.
He was able to get there because he avoided the Humboldt Current. In Humboldt, there's a lot of pot. If you smoke a lot of pot, you want to watch a lot of movies. So I would celebrate all that by watching True Lies, because Jamie Lee Curtis is like smoking hot in that movie.
Yeah, she is.
But that's not what I celebrated today.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
You celebrated a separate prompt.
I celebrated a separate prompt because on this day, in 1954, the Humane Society was also founded. And in 1995, Toy Story released its first length. Toy Story was released as the first full-length film completed using completely computer-generated
Not
imagery.
so easy, is it?
It's not. I'm sorry. I shouldn't try to do someone else's job. So, that it was easy how I celebrated that today. I cried for like 8 hours.
Did you?
Yeah, because you think about Humane Society, so you think about, in the arms of the and like sad things. And then you also think about fucking Toy Story things, which are always, who's seen Toy Story 3? That shit is not, that's not cool. Like, I don't need to watch toys facing their death. So like, when I think about Pixar films, they make me really emotional. Like in WALL-E, when he leaves his cockroach friend behind, and I just think, like, does the cockroach understand? He doesn't know. He probably doesn't know about, like, object. He's just a cockroach. He doesn't know. So you think about cockroach, and there's no Humane Society in WALL-E to take care of him. Like, what's he going to do, man? So I just kind of get in touch with my feelings. I just let it out. It's okay. It's all right.
Very good. Well, thank you for doing 2 prompts.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Very good. Very good. Rhoda.
Yeah.
On this date, 1718, off the coast of North Carolina, British pirate Edward Teach, best known as Blackbeard, is killed in a battle with a boarding party led by the Royal Navy Lieutenant Robert Maynard. That's a lot of information. Also today is the day of the Albanian Alphabet.
Yeah.
How'd you celebrate these two things together?
Well, before I go into that, I just want to say that I actually myself am an alumni of University of Pacific.
Whoa.
Right.
And I work there as well.
What?
Right.
And Janet Leigh's like a huge deal, even though she was only in Psycho for 20 minutes. But spoiler alert.
It was a good 20 minutes.
It was a real good 20. I just watched it the other day.
Jamie Lee.
Anyway, sorry. Just need to toot my own horn.
She has a job.
Yeah.
Rub it in. Sorry for the prompts. We're late. Jesus. Okay.
Well, when researching the Albanian alphabet, I noticed that there were 3 different versions of the letter R, which happens to be the favorite letter of all booty-loving, land-hating pirates such as Blackbeard, right?
Right.
It felt so serendipitous. So, to celebrate, I felt such an occasion. Like, I would just basically terrorize the audience here at Stab by telling that horrible joke. Yeah. 11:30, guys.
Very good. Very good. That was good.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Thanks, UOP.
You know what? Good
Maybe
job.
someday they'll have a monument of me in their theater instead of Janet.
That's right.
Dave Brubeck also went there.
Dave Brubeck. Really?
Yeah.
UOP.
We're
I
learning
found
so
a
much
signed
about
letter from him, and I was tempted to steal it, but I didn't.
You found it?
Yeah, I found it in these old documents. It was pretty cool.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
learned
cool.
so much about the
See,
University
even
of
I
Pacific tonight.
hijacked the show,
Yeah.
just like Blackbeard did, guys.
Oh, shit.
It all comes
Oh,
together
damn.
up here.
Stab is now sponsored by UOP.
University of Pacific.
University of
Yeah, it's like-
Pacific. Go Tigers. All right.
You got a new president today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did they? UOP get a...
Yeah, they did.
I went to when I was a Christian, I went to a Promise Keepers convention there.
Really?
Nice.
Wow.
2 marriages later.
Well,
Promise Keepers after you got married?
no,
No, it was
marriages.
before.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, whoa, I think you got it backwards, dude.
Yeah. I got a ticket. Okay. All right. Jesse Jones. On this date, 1963, U.S. President John F. Kennedy is assassinated.
Yeah.
Huh? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that thing? The last unfortunate assassination. Okay. All right, also on this very date, 1986, Mike Tyson from Brooklyn, New York, becomes the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history at the age of 20. How'd you celebrate JFK and Iron Mike all mixed up?
Well, in honor of JFK and Mike Tyson, I celebrated this day by making outlandish promises that I'll leave to someone else to follow through on. All in a funny voice that makes my decrees seem ridiculous, that's somehow that much more frightening. I didn't do it in a Mike Tyson voice. It's a different, funny voice. So here's a couple of today's proclamations. By the end of the year 2025, all vehicles will be powered by hot dog water and shame. Before the end of the coming decade, the internet will be replaced by a constant sorrow for wailing in the distance, which no matter how far you travel, you will never be able to reach. By the end of the 21st century, no less than 3 sea mammals will serve as mayors of major coastal cities. It will be adorable and terrifying all at once. The next big trends in food, fashion, and nightlife will be faux cannibalism, long diapers, and ambush discos, which will be sort of like pop-up secret shows. But instead they'll bring a whole disco setup uninvited into a fast food restaurant lobby and party until 3 in the morning. So, anyone who wants to follow through on any of those, be my guest. I'm just the idea man. You guys make it happen.
Very good. This was Today Once. We do appreciate your light clapping.
Thank God for Steven.
All right, 2 more to go. This next segment, it's called Battle Rap It.
Oh, yeah.
Please have written a verse or two battle rapping against the following foes. Christiana Dominguez, let's hear your battle rap against Disney Plus.
I don't know if it's not really against.
I mean,
maybe I don't understand battle rap.
You don't
Anyway,
understand battle rap? Okay, that's all right.
Any rhythm that appears in this segment will be purely accidental. All right, peeps, it's time. Straight out of Roku is where I hide my rhymes. Hulu, Netflix, Prime, Apple TV. They ain't got shit on Disney Plus, you see. Facebook Live, YouTube Red, and some other bullshit ain't what I desire when I can hang out all night long with my girl, Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, hey, yo.
Live action Lady and the Tramp and that shit with Jar Jar. Still gonna watch all that before I mess with Avatar. Behind the walls of DVDs, life is defined. I think of Disney when I'm in a couch state of mind. What more can you ask for? Big shows and all that Marvel. You won't stop complaining though, because you don't find that artful. But while you bitch about Thor and Ant-Man, I'll be here under my blanket thinking about that Sebastian Stan. Winter Soldier, yo.
Very good.
He's fine. He is fine.
Very good.
Very fine. Yep.
Rhoda.
Yeah.
I figure you'd be the best at this because you live closest to Stockton.
Right. You did say I was the Cardi B of stab, so now the pressure's on.
You're basically the third Diaz brother. You're going to be battle rapping someone you brought up this evening.
Okay.
Your son.
Yeah.
Battle rap that boy.
Okay. My name is Mama. I'm not from the hood. I can't play golf because I'm not Tiger Woods. You grew inside my stomach. Yeah, it was all right because I got that C-section, so my shit's still tight. They say you are the cutest, and I agree they don't play. Better thank the Lord above. Got your mama's DNA, but you expensive as hell. My most hyper creation. Some days I drive slow by the damn fire station. 5 years old, better come correct. Don't forget I change the sheets to the bed you're always wet. Bitch.
Yeah.
Very good. Just think, what if I gave you more time to write that? That could have been better. It was great.
Only suffer from extra time.
It's very good, yeah. Very good, Rhoda. Miriam, the missing person, would have battle rapped a couch,
Yeah.
which you brought up. You brought up a couch.
Oh, shit, tying it all together.
I did.
Jesse Jones, battle rap the fuck out of a flower.
Yeah. She loves me not. She loves me true. Not gonna matter when I'm through with you. Pistol, stamen, stem and pedal, taking floral rhymes to another level. I'll beat the pollen out your kid if you step to me, 'cause I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And so you know how this ends. You know how it goes. Be a pansy or daisy, tulip or rose. I'll yank you out the ground with a couple of torques, drop you in a vase on the counter, just stare at your corpse.
Very good. Battle rap it. That was fun. It was uplifting. Like a white M&M.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take that.
Someone's colorblind.
He's post-racial. He's fine.
Post-racial.
I don't see color.
Like a very, very white M&M. Like just the letters on the candy.
Right, yeah. I'm like the white Mr. Rogers. That's what I like. Very good. All right, here's the end of the show. This is the fifth segment of the show. We haven't the last segment of the show. We haven't done this segment in 150 episodes, probably or more.
I don't know. We might have snuck one in there.
Used
but
to
yeah.
be a cop out of mine because I'd get lazy writing. You know how I do. Fired. And so please, contestants, please have written the perfect ending to this specific show. Christiana, how should this have ended?
And so, after the pirates, the daisies, the lost jobs, the children, the C-sections, we still keep it tight, yeah. The dead kitty fiddlers and their handmade nooses. It turned out the real Thanksgiving dinner was the friends we made along the way.
Very good. Hey, Rhoda, she wrote that just now.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I got to improv this as well.
No
because
worries.
I thought it was pick a show and rewrite the ending.
No, let's
Oh,
hear that.
you can
I'd
do
rather
whatever,
you
yeah.
do that.
What's that?
There's
I'd
never
rather hear
anything
that.
wrong with a guest misinterpreting
Yeah.
the prompt.
Ask Steve Ferris.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
So
hear what you
please.
have.
Okay. We're sitting in a diner after years and years and years of racketeering and crime and killing and plundering and being on an island that we don't know what it means. And there's college football in there too. High school football is in there too. Texas forever. And everyone's sitting around and we don't know what's going on because I'm totally just making this up as I go right now. And then suddenly we see a deviant force walk through the room. For some reason, Journey is playing Don't Stop Believing. Everyone's looking to John because he's our brave and gallant hero. And as the dark feature gets closer and closer and closer, suddenly the lights just go out and that's it. That's how it is.
All right. Very good. Thank you,
That was
Rhoda.
like
Rhoda.
Sopranos plus Lost
Yeah.
plus Friday Night
Gilligan's
Lights.
Island.
Yeah.
Was Gilligan's Island on there?
No, that was Lost.
That was Lost.
Oh,
The island.
But
part.
it works
Yeah.
for both.
it does work.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Jesse Jones,
Yep.
write the perfect ending to this specific show.
Is Russian voice.
Oh, Damon.
Raditska.
He's the best.
Is simple when boiled down. Two can play at this game. I see your cup out and raise you Russian cup out. It's been a long time since do Russian voice. So I think, why not do? It's always good. Except when bad. Which somehow, because of funny Russian voice, is still blue jeans, apple pie, good time. I think also maybe let's do Russian voice for the Zombie Epstein prompt before as well. Did you think there was some sort of commentary on socio-political conspiratorial potential cause of mystery non-suicide execution? No, it was just another cop-out fun time, which makes this callback, even though this was wrote first, and then only give me excuse for to do other thing to make look like was done on purpose. And now you know how stab sausage is made. Does Russian voice apply to scenario for making good ending of program sensible? Why should it? We live on insignificant rock. What goes fly through the endless nothing into the end of what we perceive as time. Things always need sense and purpose? No way, muffin top. So is satisfactory response to giving prompt? Probably no. Is actual way to end show? Also no. Is funny, non-hurtful accent used for playful consequence? Yes! But though for structural purpose for end show. Russian voice come out, say funny things in broken English, John play old-timey TV show music. You finish drive to work, then cry a little in parking lot. Before go in and pretend not to hate life, how life has turned out for you. You are going to be sportman or princess lady when little. But not so much, office schlub. Perfect ending to life? No. Perfect ending to show? No. Ending to show? Pepsi Cola baseball!
Very good. That's the end of the show.
Did it!
Yeah. One more time for everyone. Christiana Dominguez. Rhoda. Jesse Jones. I'm your host, John Morris Ross IV. If you'd like to hear more stabs, you can listen to all 201 episodes on iTunes, SoundCloud. We even have some old clips on YouTube from 6 years ago. Go check that out. Have a good night. Thank you, everyone. You guys were great.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming
That was
out.
nice.
Yeah.
No, it's worth it. You know, it was worth. You made life worth living.
Yeah.
Another
So
12 hours.
tomorrow we've got our drag show, Fierce, Fresh, and Fabulous.
Yes, tomorrow we have fierce,
Fresh, Fabulous.
fierce,
That's the
fresh,
Swedish
fabulous.
voice. Fierce.
It's a drag show. It's a drag show for drag queens
That are like not
That aren't
old
old
enough to
enough
be performing in the
in
clubs
bars.
and stuff.
So it's like
So it's like the
I don't want to call it.
yeah,
open
it's the
mic
under
drag.
21
Yeah,
drag queens.
yeah, and they
Yeah.
do it right here. It is hoot.
And I've forgotten what's was it Worm Takes? Yeah, Worm Takes at
Worm
night.
Takes, which is a
Yeah.
show where comedians go on stage and then they're fed a prompt while they're on stage and they have to do stand-up comedy about that prompt called Worm Takes. It's very fun. And then
Is it improv?
I mean, it's kind of it's improv, but in a
Improv-ish.
stand-up form.
Sorry.
And then
Yeah.
what else is? What's the last show?
That's it. We don't have a 10.
That's it. We don't have a 10 o'clock show. So,
But yeah, we do
yeah.
stuff every Friday, Saturday, 8, 9, 10.
It turns out tomorrow night's 10 o'clock show is just the friends we
Yeah.
made along the way.
That's the friend we met along the way.
That's
So
right.
yeah, please check us out. Our website, Stab, not for gold. It's stabcomedytheater.com
Yep.
or the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Updated all the time. Thanks for coming out,
Yeah,
everybody.
thank you guys. Good night.
Good stuff, everybody.
It's all right. It's all right, man.